Looky, looky, we're sitting on a fault line, but I just made it to the top of the peak. And it's not a peak, but it's a very large series of rock formations. Sorry if the wind's picking up, but right now you got some cloud cover over Hawkins Peak, so climbing it now would have been great. But if it's too hot or too sunny, you will roast because you're above the tree line. Makes it harder for to find Bigfoot prints. It means it's quite rocky up there, and there's not much moisture or tree cover or foliage or anything, so Bigfoot really wouldn't have an interest with Hawkins Peak. But in the primitive area below Hawkins Peak, it's a whole nother story. And of course, you know, you can see the peak we climbed yesterday. It's an amazing basin. On the other side, it all opens up. You can actually see Yosemite from up there. You see for a couple 100 miles away. You can see the Sierras and other mountain ranges in the high desert. But yeah, Hawkins Peak is completely shaded right now. It's just like a dark, looks like a dark mountain. But yeah, that's a lot of mileage and climbing from the bottom, from starting from the lake and down. Here's the lake. You gotta go all the way up. It's quite the peak. We're the only campers really, so we got total privacy. Play horseshoes, football, read in the hammock, sit up on some rocks overlooking the lake. We'll get a nice tripod shot up here. Memories. We're as high as the trees. The trees could be 7,500 feet. We're as high as there. We're above them. Different perspectives of Burnside Lake. That's exactly what I'm giving our fans and friends. Different perspectives of the region. There was mining. If you go to your left, go about 2 miles, there's a little road to your right, and it used to be a mine back there. There's probably nothing left. But mining was very common in the Sierras. Even, you know, during the winter they couldn't do it, but I'll tell you what, in the warmer months they could get gold and silver out of some of these seasonal creeks or little rivers or lake beds. And of course we found a bunch of quartz crystal down below. There could be gold in that if you mine that vein, who knows. But this is national forest, so you know, I mean, back then mining was okay. Now it's more about preservation, preserving this, putting your forest fires out, taking care of the land, not littering. I haven't seen no deer, bear, coyotes, wolves, mountain lions, nothing. I seen bats last night, squirrels, chipmunks, a lot of small game. You know, just a giant bird. I don't know if it was a hawk. It lacks wildlife here, you know. I seen some berries. I mean, I'm sure Bigfoot could eat some of the foliage that's around here, and there's water supply. But as far as like if this creature's looking for liver and proteins, you're not going to find it much. There's very few animals. We've seen soft sand and dry creek beds or nearly dry, and you find a few maybe mountain lion prints, you know. So I don't know. Life is changing. We're gonna have an early winter up here, but at the same time, you know, right now is when we need the water. Everything is brown and dying. Fall's setting in, and these creeks should be running, and they're not. But this is what it looks like to be up on the granite rocks, and it's quite the honor to have my sons with me. Peace, man, peace. Right? You're on candid camera. I'm filming you. You know what? You don't have to be in the film. Stop looking so angry. What about this hike? Easy? Hard? What?
Easy.
Easy? Easiest hike you ever done? Out of all the hikes, the easiest one?
Yes.
Alright.
I bet you think it's hard. I'm pretty sure.
Is it hard?
I don't want to talk to you.
Covering his face. Look guys, there's a chemtrail. If it stays in the sky for 3 hours and becomes cloudy, you will know why. I will take pictures later and show if this will cause cooler weather changes or darker clouds. you know, real chemtrails will stay up for a few hours because of the chemicals, the barium they use supposedly, but the ones that are created by airplanes, it's just condensation from the wings and the engines. It seems like it's already fading, so that's not a real chemtrail, but look at the little face in the clouds. Isn't that funny? Anyways, I'm going to get out of here and eat. This is your host on this adventure around Burnside Lake, Lord Rick, aka Angel of the Night.